Happy New
There's
Year to you, Doc. How are you today? I know it's Monday. And
yes.
I was even posting today about Monday. It's a new, fresh start, all those things. And I really, even before Doc and Queenie started, honestly, Monday is my favorite day of the year. How of the week? It feels like a year, but of the
I
week.
know it's your favorite day, and you know what my favorite day is,
I
right?
do Friday at 5 o'clock.
Amen, sister. Yes.
Yeah, you're even more specific than I am. How are you? Happy New Year. Isn't this fun? Starting a new year and a new Monday and our first Monday with Doc and Queenie. I am excited, honestly.
I am too. I am too. And I know we're a day closer to warmer weather.
Yeah, yeah,
We
that's
both agree about that. We both
yes,
agree on that.
that is definitely a good one. And one of the things I noticed, because I look forward to December 21st. And for those of you who are weather geeks like I am, it's December 21st is actually winter solstice. And for me, that means slowly but surely, every single day we get a little closer, a little more daylight, that kind of thing. And I look forward to sunshine all the time. And even though the snow's beautiful, we still have snow over here, by the way.
Yeah.
In Kansas City, for those of you who are in Las Vegas or Pennsylvania or any of the other places that we have faithful friends on purpose, we have snow still on the ground in Kansas City. And I was out earlier this morning and it is cold, Doc.
It was cold when I woke up. It was in the 20s.
Yeah.
But don't hold your breath because tomorrow it's going to be in the mid 40s. So I'm
Oh,
hoping we
wow.
don't
I didn't even look
go
that far
away.
ahead. Okay.
Yes. I'm always
That's
looking.
awesome. That is awesome. Well, I see the Happy New Year behind you. Did you
Yes.
bring in the new year with your family, of course? Or did you not
I
stay up that late?
We stayed up that late, but no, it was interesting. We've got some friends, anybody that knows us, in our little town, we have fireworks that are allowed for 4 or 5 days a year, during July. And I
Yes.
think it was the same people shooting off fireworks on New Year's.
I
They were
forget
big,
what the date was.
yeah, they were biggies. So at from 10 o'clock, they did it for 5 minutes, 11 o'clock, they did it for another five, and then at midnight, they went crazy. So we
They were
stayed up for that.
celebrating all time zones, I'm thinking.
Yes, I think so. I think so. But
That is
yes, we
super
stayed up.
fun.
But no big deals, no parties,
Oh
no,
gosh.
none of
Yeah,
that.
this past year that we have now closed the calendar on was definitely different for a lot of us. So
Right.
parties used to happen actually, and New Year's Eve was a big party night for one of my Yaya sisters, and she always had the whole neighborhood plus extended friends and family all over the place for New Year's Eve celebrations and Christmas celebrations and all of those things. And obviously that doesn't happen now. So it definitely has changed things. I'm going to see while you're chatting, and if I found these some of the things that people have posted from ringing out 2020 and ringing in 2021 have seriously been hysterical on social media platforms.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Actually, one of my all-time favorites, and
Yes. Oh yes. The
oh my
toilet
gosh,
paper
when I
roll.
saw that, I thought, oh my goodness, the creativity of people is just hysterical. And I mean, quite frankly, and what do you think about this? When people look back on 2020, oh, see, that's my so favorite.
That's your favorite.
Yes,
I
that
just look at that and go, it would be kind of rough, I think, if it
I,
had
you
to.
know what? I would have it there just for looks and deal with the rest of it another way. I love that. And I seriously do. When you first posted that, I was like, wonder how I get that. I
You
wonder
know?
find
Hmm.
that. I don't know, but that is fantastic, and I seriously do love that. And people have been ringing in the new year, and the first thing you're going to think of with 2020, as we look back, honestly, I seriously think that people are going to equate 2020 for a lot of reasons with toilet paper.
I'm kind of guessing that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but I seriously do. That is my new goal, to find toilet paper like that, because I seriously love that.
Yeah. If anybody knows, send your resource our way.
I really do though, but people have been so creative and how they were celebrating the new year. And then the other one I love so much is I haven't decided yet what I'm going to wear for the living room. So,
Yeah,
or I haven't even decided if I'm going to stay up long enough to go into the living room. That just cracked me up. And
that is.
I'm looking back at some of our Christmas memories. This is one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you there, Queenie.
Oh, you're welcome. I really mean that. When we had our little mask decorating contest, these are some of the pictures I'm looking back on, and that was so much fun. Oh my gosh. And I just think it was a chance to lighten people up a little. And then of course, this infamous one. Oh,
Well, we can't deny that, even if we're the only two people on the face of the earth that are having fun,
hey,
that we're having
I'm good
fun.
with that. Yeah, and this is the the pictures that I stole from Grace, one of our dynamic, amazing Grace faithful friends on purpose. And I do love pilfering. So when you guys post cool stuff, I feel it. And this is
Yes,
good for my Las Vegas girls, and I love that one too.
that's related to toilet paper, wouldn't you
I know.
say?
Yes, it is. As soon as I saw this opportunity, I thought, you know what? Yeah. And look what I found, Doc. Are you ready?
I'm not sure. I get
Yes,
scared when she says things like that. I'm
drum
ready.
roll, please. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
You did it.
I'm 75 today. I don't feel that old.
Well, you certainly don't look that old, but I know that 75 was a big number for you and certainly for me too. And you succeeded.
And so did you. So what's happening? Why is it a big number for you, Queenie?
75 was my next goal to my YouTube subscribership. And that is because I'm getting inching closer and closer to 100, which is when you can claim your own URL on YouTube. And who knew what any of that meant even 5 months ago? Not I. But
Well,
now,
and thank you to the
golly.
community. Yeah, thank you for the
A
community.
1,000,000%. And I have even exceeded this now by a little scooch. So I'm getting closer and closer. Why is 75 significant to you, Doc?
Come on, computer. There we go. Because I was trying to time it. That's why I flipped it so quickly on you.
Yeah, that's okay.
It was my 75th podcast today.
Ta-da!
Now my goal, I've got 100. No, I've got over 930 listens. And now my goal is to hit 1,000. So,
Oh my gosh, that is super cool. Yeah.
and they say once you hit 1,000, whoever they
I
is,
love they people.
that's when you start. And I have been looking at monetizing the podcasts, but 1,000 is that kind of like you with the 100 subscribers, then you'll have your own YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
Podcasting is, sorry, it's a reach. I'm trying to find a common ground there, but we both have goals on that. So you're 100 and I'm 1,000. That says a lot
Absolutely.
there too.
I will stick to what I know and then learn
Yeah.
the rest of it. You go ahead and reach for the stars there, sister. I'm going to stick with my.
I'm just going to sit and watch you. Yeah. And when you miss and you come falling back down, I'll be here. Yeah.
I appreciate that. And please catch me when I fall because that is hysterical. This is my next goal. So yeah,
Awesome.
I've been busy with all my backgrounds, as I see you have too. But honestly, I really mean it. We do want to thank all of our faithful friends on purpose. The interaction and the support has been phenomenal. And I was looking at our schedules, which is kind of amazing for starting out 2021. We have a dynamic guest live this week. Can't tell you when or where because it's a surprise to everybody because we want you to pop in as it goes live with your notifications set up, hopefully.
Correct.
And then January, what, Doc, is our bingo party? 19th?
Yes. Hi. I thought you were going to ask me another question, but yes, 19th at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Central Time.
Doc and Queenie bingo. If you
Yep.
can even see.
I can't wait.
I can redo that background. And then we've got something else coming up, Queenie.
Ta-da!
We've got some Bible trivia. What day is that at?
That's going to start on Thursday nights, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. We're going to stick everything to the 7 since that's Doc's number. And 7 o'clock Central Time for Bible trivia on Thursday nights, 7 o'clock once a month for bingo. And we are looking for sponsors for bingo. So please, if you want to support businesses, join the bingo party. If you want to be a sponsor, what you need to do is offer a prize, and we don't put any limits or any
no limit
prizes.
Right.
And we need 5 or 6 sponsors, and that way you get to speak a few minutes about your company, your business, your product, and certainly what you're offering for that game. And then whoever wins, you get to connect with that person and get the prize to them. So it's super fun, and we are looking for sponsors. Bible trivia, guest live. Doc, I think we have 2 spots left in January for whoever wants to be guest live. Do we?
Yes, we do, as far as I know, unless that's changed.
Okay.
The holiday, this whole week and a half, 10 days.
What day is it?
Yeah. It feels like Sunday to me still. Felt like
Yeah.
Saturday yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it when you said, please call me on Monday so we know what day it is. So,
Yeah.
but it was
I
like, oh my
remember.
gosh. Yeah, it has been such a funny time. And one of the girls posted recently, does it seem a little weird to you that we had New Year's Eve on a Thursday, Friday situation instead of a Monday, Tuesday situation? I thought, oh my gosh, nobody knows what day it is. And it really is funny to me.
It has been. It has been. So
Yeah, but Monday at high noon is the coolest thing in the whole world for us. And I really do love that. So tell us about your fabulous, amazing, gorgeous hair, Doc.
my hair, okay, if my computer will let me pop my background in, I can do a little shout out to my girlfriend. There we
Okay.
go.
Woo!
There's
Oh my
there's a
gosh.
story behind this, and
Oh
it's a
my
it's a
gosh.
fun story. I got a pop up. Of course, as everybody knows, I'm all about, organic is
Mhm.
in my verbiage and in my life. It's, we eat organic. We try to drink organic, but that's a little harder other than water. Anyways, I had a pop up for organic hair salon, and I'm like, huh. And so I clicked on it and discovered that this hair salon was in Overland Park. And so I was talking back and forth on instant message with this gal. And when we finished, I set up my appointment. She said, I can't wait to catch up. And I'm like, can't wait to catch up. I don't know you. And so I did a little digging. And this is my friend Jen, if you can see her.
Yes, we can.
We were in a church group function thing. I can't even describe what it was. 15 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
And she moved away. She got married. She moved away, and she's been back for several years now. Her family's actually from Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh
So
my gosh.
and I was just like, oh my gosh. And then the fun part when finally she said I was her first client of 2021. So we laughed about that. But then we're like, we were trying to put together when the last time we saw each other. I mean, we were, talking, and she moved away, and now her kid, of course, nobody grows up in your mind. You still have them where they were at. Her kids were little. Now
Yeah.
they're in college and almost out of high school. And she has a son. She
How
has two.
dare they?
I know. But yeah, so I attribute my fabulous hair, my organic hair. She did use a product that has not she said there's one little ingredient that you need in order to get the color into the hair, but everything else, was clean and green, and that's the way I speak. And so yeah, I'm there. But she did a fantastic job.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So shout out to Jen.
Seriously,
But
yeah. It
that's the
is
story.
seriously absolutely beautiful. And I love the fact that everything's random and accidental in our worlds. And
Yeah.
you get a sponsored pop-up ad on social media. You check it out because it's non-toxic, organic, green, all the things that you and certainly I believe in. And it goes one step further. And I think that is fantastic. That you accidentally ended up with a girlfriend that you already had from years ago from church. I love that.
Yeah, it was great to reconnect. And so yeah, we have a lot of catching up to do, but we're excited. So this was fun. This is a lot of
Yes.
fun.
And I also love the small world that we have. Actually, Elevate Salon, when you said you were going to Elevate, I look up everything because you said it's in downtown Overland Park. One of our ladies that I love with all my heart is Donna Follick, and she has Sazzy's Lingerie right next door to
Right next door. Yes.
And I went, there is absolutely no way that this world can be so small that Jen's only been there a little while. You said it just a couple months, right?
Yes. Yes.
Jen's only been there a little while, so they haven't connected tons because everybody's hours, not to mention December.
Right.
And
Right.
literally, Jen and Donna are neighbors in the downtown Overland Park business community. I think that is the coolest thing.
Well, and then remember the other connect we were talking about, she knows your hairstylist because they used to work next to each other at another salon.
Yes.
And you're like, it's all
Yes.
connection.
Yes.
It's all connection.
So I found when I was checking Elevate out that she knows Francie. And Francie and Jen are neighbors because they did shout outs on each other's business for their styling. And they were both in the same building at that time. And I just went, there is no possible way.
Yeah.
I love the fact that the world is so much smaller, and certainly because of social media. But look just exactly what has happened with our, certainly Doc and Queenie, but look at the reach. The YouTube
Right.
channels grow, the Spotify Anchor podcasts grow. And for those of you watching with us now, thank you for the watch parties. Thank you for the support, and keep the interaction going, because look what happens to your connections too. I saw you on Doc and Queenie. I saw you on the guest live. We post all of those on LinkedIn and other platforms. Doc, I think the community really seriously is growing effectively.
I think it is. And, our reach has been incredible. Now, like you've mentioned, we're in, I don't know, it would be fun to count how many states now,
Yeah,
because
I
we
know.
reached out to California, Colorado. I mean, so it's been fun, and we're meeting new people, and it's all about connection. It's all about connection.
Always. And I think that is just such a cool message. And just the picture behind me is what I call the four seasons of my office. And I love officing in my patio backyard area just because I love being outside. Not today, I'm here to tell you. But I love officing on my patio, and I really do. I've set up a lot of Facebook Lives out there, and it's just been very fun to be outside, even during COVID stuff. And so these are what I call the four seasons of my office. And so obviously, I don't know how you can see summer, spring, winter, fall, all that
You
stuff.
can kind of, yeah,
It
it's
is
there.
so amazing to me that I think of how the seasons change. God blesses us with different parameters, and every single season has a nuance to it that is, oh my gosh, the reaches extend and the people are comfortable, and some people love this one and that one. It really has been fun. Every
Yes.
single time you put that picture up, you're killing me, right?
Well, this is what I want my office to be. Yes.
Yes, okay. I think that's a fantastic goal, and it goes great with your new hair too.
Yeah. I did bring my sunglasses today. I did that on one of our, I think it was on Coffee Club, actually.
Oh, that's right.
My
Yes, you did.
sunglasses.
Yes, you did.
No, as everybody can tell, we're not, I love the snow. I grew up in Chicago, which you get enough snow up there. And but yeah, it's time for the warm weather to move in, don't you think?
Yeah. And other people are going, oh my gosh, you got snow. I wish we did. And I'm like, oh my goodness. It just never computes in my head. But I know some people really do love it. And of course, my granddarlings love it because they go, Gigi, I get to make a snowman. And I'm like, well, good luck with that.
And watch from the window. Yeah.
Yeah. Send me a picture. Yeah. Because I just think, oh my gosh. A couple of years ago, one of my granddarlings made Olaf out in the driveway, and because she was just dying for snow. And that particular year, we got so little of it. And so all of a sudden, she's scooping up almost from the neighbor's yards. Just
Yeah. Little.
resemble the snowman. But some people love it, and some people don't. And so I'm always glad when the streets are back to dry. Oh, look at that. Oh, I think that's awesome.
I was going to say, so, new year, we're starting to focus on new things. I always pick a word, and I think we've talked about this before. I apologize because we're in so many groups that sometimes I'm like, okay, I'll repeat it again, but this was my word, expectancy for this year. How about you, Queen? There you go, resilient.
Yes. And the expectancy piece, I know happens to be the title of a podcast.
Yes, it's actually number 75 to be exact. Yes.
Yeah, I just saw that post on Spotify because that's the platform I listen on. Yeah. And my word is resilient. And the reason for that is not necessarily because I would be resilient, but it matter when people see it, they go, I can't be, I will be, I'm going to be resilient. So in a lot of my training classes and different things I do, I offer words like this because I want people to realize we can become, strive toward anything.
Right.
We're not stuck, or we couldn't need to be stuck in a rut or a spot that we're not comfortable. Resilient is a term, is an adjective, is a goal for some people. And as soon as that came to me, I was like, Lord, what is the deal with that? And already in some of the groups, one of the groups I have from California, that all of a sudden they saw that and they went, oh my gosh, it was kind of like a duh moment that I actually can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And that's my verse. And so with this, the resilient piece just seemed to be a good fit. So, and
that is awesome.
Andreas for doing our cool cards again this year. She's so good at sending cards out. That is overwhelming task to me, but she seems to be so gracious to do it. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're killing me, sister. But if you know how to do all this stuff, then hallelujah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I
ma'am.
love
Yes, ma'am.
that. I love that
So,
so much.
so what else you got going on, Queenie, for this year?
Yeah. Well, the good news is, what are we in 4 days?
Yeah.
4 days so far. You know what I was thinking about? And this came to me, whether you're a Chiefs fan or not a Chiefs fan, that's fine. But I was thinking about the rumble, if you will, on the street was, this game doesn't count. Some people would say, when's the game? Are you watching the game? You doing the game? You going to tailgate? Whatever that looks like. And whatever, this game doesn't count. And I thought to myself, this game doesn't count to whom? Because now if you have your second string coming in, and I'm a football expert, by the way, if you need anything, let me know. But if you have your second string coming in, yeah. And all of a sudden, what does that mean? Because the big dogs aren't going to be playing, because why waste them on a game that doesn't count? And that started my head spinning, because I thought, it does count to the second string. It does count to the coaches that are taking their time, their day, their efforts to teach the second string how to become the first string someday. And it also counts to the families, parents, friends, all of that stuff of the second string players who have been in the background instead of the limelight all this time. And so that started me thinking on, do we sometimes not count? If somebody's bigger, better, whatever that looks like, maybe we don't count. But that's like you've taught us before, Doc, the story's in our head.
Right. And that actually ties into my word that I picked, expectancy, not expectation. Expectation, they're both out of the same word, expect, which is, you're expecting a probable outcome, for lack of better definition. But expectancy is pulling the positive out of something. It's anticipation. It's opportunity. The second string got an opportunity.
Yes.
Now the expectation of everybody else is it's just a second string. Like exactly what you said. It does matter to people, and words and stories in our head. It all matters. It all matters. So go ahead.
That's okay. Another thing I was thinking about, for everybody who said the game doesn't count. So the other team comes in and goes, this is their second string, so we're going to smash them. And that's their expectancy. And so our team's second string is coming in. We can't beat them anyway, because we're the second string. And so everybody's got this already story in their head thing going on. And I felt like we fulfilled the prophecy of this game doesn't count. Now, I would imagine that they're trying their hardest, just like hopefully everybody would. But the message was, the other team's going to stomp us anyway. We're second fiddle. And so everything around, and I watched that game and I just went, see, look at that. If all of a sudden they decided we are going to win and we are going to keep the record going, however that stuff works. Oh, I'm an expert. And so all of that was going on. And I thought, oh my gosh, we fulfilled what everybody anticipated as far as second string. And I just, oh my gosh.
Well, even my thought as I was watching the game, and the broadcasters were putting up the other quarterback and how many touchdowns he's thrown this year, and I'm like, and they had a touchdown and they're doing high fives, and my thought was, it's just a second string, like,
yes,
doesn't count. Yeah, but it was set up that way. Totally.
Absolutely. And those are the kind of things, honestly, and of course, hello, we love the Chiefs.
But you got that picture.
Oh, that was a blast. I had so much fun that day. And to think that we saw Casey Wolf, and I even knew who that meant, who that was about, what sport worked out great for me. But honestly, when I saw that, I just went, this game fulfilled what everybody was anticipating. And so please think about this in terms of when people would say, I could never, whatever that is, or I'm not good enough to something. And I hear those words and I just go, oh my gosh, I actually, it does not fit for me. I can do all things, not some things. I can do all things. And I have Christ on my team, and I'm not second string. And it just started my brain exploding, as you can see. This is the other part. When I had my Fabulous Mahomes headband, And then we have fabulous Chiefs earrings now. So at least we're fashion statements as we go through our figuring out how to do football.
Yes, it helps us while we're freezing, drinking coffee outside.
Oh my
Actually,
gosh.
this is in October, the back.
Oh, and isn't that the funniest thing? Once again, you anticipate, and of course, in October we're freezing to death, and I'm going, what is January going to look like? If I'm frozen solid in October, what is January going to look like? Yeah, that's very funny. That is super funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes to this time in our program every week, Doc, that we talk about business, just so the community gets to know who we are and what we do. So tell us about what exactly is RevDoc7.com?
Okay, and of course my background is not, there we go. We'll do this today.
Oh my
RevDoc7.com.
gosh.
Yeah, isn't it great? Purple
Yeah.
and my number 7, my lucky, even though there's no, I
Yeah.
believe there's no such thing
I
as
know
luck.
you don't do luck. Yeah.
I don't do luck. Yes, RevDoc7 is my branding, and I'm a traditional naturopath, which basically means I help people with their natural health and wellness. I'm not the common MD write you a prescription. I am more a preventative doctor. I help you prevent health problems by changing your lifestyle. That's kind of it in a nutshell of what I do. And then I'm an educator on my podcasts, as we've seen, and then I also have a YouTube, which is of the same logo, the RevDoc7. You can find me on YouTube. So that is what I'm doing. How about you, Queenie? I know you are the water queen.
Yeah. And I appreciate it when you bow and say that at the same time. Uh, right. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Miracles with Water is my company, and I am so thrilled to be a part of the Kangen Water family. And the reason I can't emphasize enough how important this is, when I am on, and by the way, for members of our community who have felt stuck or isolated with networking, I wish that we could even have a chat about that, because of 2020 lockdown, pandemic, whatever you call it, toilet paper year, whatever you call it, think about the fact that we have been forced, maybe even coerced a bit, but encouraged is how I say it, to reach networks we wouldn't have possibly reached before because we were so busy out in the world networking. Chambers of commerce have changed, networking groups within the community have changed. And by virtue of that fact, I have gotten to join amazing groups. And all you need to do is type in whatever you're into. So for me, it's Christian women networking and all different types within that title. I have gotten into some amazing groups because of that. As soon as they see my logo, the Miracles with Water, water drop, and the Jesus in the center, and the ripple effect, that whole drill, all of a sudden, that's the part of my business that has exploded. And Doc, I know you, I love having you as part of our Kangen Water family also, but I know what you see as far as the reach that you have, being able to help people online. You are able to do Zoom calls with your clients. What is that? I think that I think this whole pandemic forced shutdown thing has been strategic and aligned and causing us to stretch, grow, reach, all kinds of things. I would never probably have recorded. My purple book behind me is the one that was in this past July 2020. Networking on Steroids PQ post quarantine. I would probably not have recorded that if I wouldn't have written it, obviously, but I would have been out in the world training and all those things. I would never have actually thought to do that as a YouTube, so that not only do people not have to buy an actual book, but they can have the YouTube channel always for reference or whatever they needed, which prompted me to do the orange one, Original Networking on Steroids, which has now prompted me to do the Grief Journey book. So you see how things work out when people say this was such an awful year. I agree about the suffering, and people have suffered also financial losses and things like that.
Right.
I promise I understand that. But for me, the reach of all the different places that we've gotten to go that we probably would not have done if it wasn't for the pandemic, I think it's been amazing.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Mhm.
Like you, for my business, I just jumped in. Of course, the joke always is, everybody that knows me, I'm on vacation. Um,
I love that. Yeah.
I, I don't think I do well on vacation all year, but
No, I don't think you can stand it. And plus, I know what you've done in the backstory part of that. You're not on
yeah, no, I'm not. I'm never on vacation. Even when I'm on vacation, I'm not on vacation. But no, it forced me because the vacation mindset was, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm not going to let this hold me back. And so in some respects, my timeline of goals to reach with the podcasting and the YouTube was fast forwarded. And so I just jumped in and started because what a better time. I've got all this time on my hands. I can't go anywhere. So might as well just show people how to garden or how to eat, and let's think about it through the podcast. So, same kind of thing. It's
It
just
was
that
so awesome. It was so awesome for me to learn that not all food comes from a store. I was pretty excited about that.
we'll have lessons with Queenie in the garden. We'll call it Doc and Queenie in the garden.
Oh yeah, Doc and Queenie. Yeah, Queenie will watch Doc in the garden. Is how
Yeah. What is that?
No, as soon as you held up worms and all these different gross things
Yeah.
that you got going on out there, I was out,
Yeah,
sister.
funny for everybody. Yeah, I would show her pictures. We get slugs, and they were pretty meaty too. They were big. So I just pick them up and fling them, and she's just, you're game.
And I'm stroking out. So some of that stuff that you do, girlfriend, is not a good fit for me. I'm just here to tell you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's all our, like you're saying, it's the mindset, it's that punt and pivot that you talk about.
Absolutely.
And really, that's kind of what networking is about too. With you get to know people, and you take your experiences, and you can. I mean, it makes referrals great if you know somebody that needs some help. Then you think about the people you know, and you pass them in that direction, and you know, it's that kind of thing. No, this is what I've been doing for the past 3-4 weeks. We finally got a light up. That is the back half of our coffee bar in my basement. So, and actually after I'm through with this call, I will be hanging from the ceiling and doing, as you can see, I need more mudding and taping.
Oh my gosh, but look how far you've come. I love seeing the pictures
I
go long.
know. So mudding and taping today and doing putting up a backsplash along the countertops, and we're getting there, Queenie.
And then you did a video about staining, and you were actually staining one of your what?
I was staining actually a piece of wood that is going to go over the top of one of the cabinets, because we have all these little nooks and crannies that we've built into where I can put little baskets of stuff. I don't know. We'll see what comes out of all of this, but yeah. So,
Yeah, because I love your video. So, Doc.
yes, Queenie. Wow, those look like your ornaments that you have very nicely organized in your.
While you were staining and hanging from ceilings and lights and stuff in your basement while you're creating a coffee bar, I was taking down the ornaments from my Christmas tree. And I always hate that part, not even from a standpoint of doing it, but just that Christmas is over. So I have compromised and kept the outside stuff up and even lit up, which is funny. But the snow's out there anyway, so it's not like I can get to all those lights. But we have a contest going in Doc and Queenie right now, because I thought that would be super fun. And when you said all of a sudden make that a contest, I went, good idea. So how many ornaments are on Queenie's tree, were on Queenie's tree? So I never have counted, but anyone who has ever seen the tree always goes, oh my gosh, how long does that take you? And it really does take 2 or 3 days by the time you do everything. And of course, strategically placed, because I have a teensy bit of POPD, which for you who don't know, yes, it's perfect ornament placement disorder. And that, I admit it. And I'm sure, Doc, you've got something you could give me to help me with that, I bet.
I'm just trying to think of my disorder. DGAD.
Yeah, see, what is
we
that?
We won't even repeat that.
Okay.
DC.
We are having a contest, and whoever guesses, and several of the ladies have guessed so far in our Doc and Queenie group page. And so the drum roll, please, will be Bible trivia night when we announce the winner of a $10 Starbucks gift card that will be emailed to you, so you don't even have to wait on snail mail if you're craving a latte or a chai tea or whatever you're into.
Well, I've been trying really hard to get into that, but you won't let me.
Nope. You have been over here too much that I know you probably sit over here and count like this.
No, it takes too much time.
You probably would guess right off the bat, so that wouldn't be too fair.
No, I just keep pressuring you. It's 300. Is it? Am I close?
Yeah,
Am I
right.
warm? Am I
Yeah, right. Uh-huh. 300, 500.
cold? Yeah.
And then I decided to go one step further with the counting. Okay, how many lights? Now, I didn't make this part of the contest, but I even wanted to know because quite frankly, with how long it takes and all that stuff, I thought, how come this is such a big task? Because it's a monster-sized tree, actually. And
It is.
how many lights? And if anybody wants to guess that, I'll obviously answer that when we do the ornament thing. But I was shocked to actually know how many, because I always do feel like Chevy Chase and the thing that goes on with all the lights and stuff that goes on around my house. But I do love Christmas, and KCP&L has called before and said, could you because you're killing us for the rest of the neighborhood. But I really do love it. Have you taken your stuff down yet?
No, I was supposed to Saturday, but the basement kind of got in the way. So I might have to copy you because everybody would laugh to see the difference in Christmas trees. Because
Oil and water.
yeah, I was gonna say I usually let my kids put the ornaments on, and except for the antique ones, because I'm afraid those will break, and they're family heirlooms. But yeah, I'm looking over at it now, and it's kind of sparse.
Yeah.
Compared to
well,
yours.
It's not like there can ever be a bad Christmas tree. Let's just go there.
No, it's beautiful. And like you, I'm always like, gosh, where did the time go? I get sad because it's all over, and now we have to get back into the swing. I've been trying to go back on vacation, but that's not working anymore. So
I think your vacation was 2020. 2021 is not going to be vacation time for you.
Definitely not. Too much going on.
And that's why I was going to say, with your business accelerating and certainly your podcast reach, and I know you've been networking in communities that are not local anymore too. And if people that are connecting with you need your time and your expertise, that does change the flavor of everything.
Yeah, it does. And, they can, I've said, and I always forget to say this, but, there's a 30-minute free consult if you just want to chit chat and see if it's a good fit. Because, the way I approach it and the way I think, it's all about you. It's all about the client and what you need. And if we're a good fit, then, let's hunker down and get things done, but I take the time. That's how my business is structured. Nowadays, a lot of doctors don't have a lot of time, and it's rush, go, and they squeeze you in wherever. I take time because it's important to me. I've been on that journey, and if that person is coming to me for the same kind of help, I will spend the time. So,
and just look in this environment, the people that have not suffered, and the health, immune systems, all those things that you teach us. That's the piece for me that is so phenomenal, honestly. And take care of yourself every day. It's not just a one-time this or a goal that or a New Year's resolution, whatever that looks like. You've done a lot as far as teaching us lifestyle changes.
It is a lifestyle, and it's hard. Life is hard. It's, who wants to give up drinking beer every hour? I mean, it's hard.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that's
a little extreme.
I'm sure that's a big thing around here. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to say this.
It's time, isn't it?
I know. It's killing me. It feels like we haven't spoken in 100 years. And I was thinking about this last Monday. We were saying, how was your Christmas? Today it's how was your New Year's? And before you know it, it's going to be, oh my, how was your vacation? But seriously, it is so awesome to have everybody connect. The chatter that's on the page, the guessing on the ornament thing, the Bible trivia, the bingo that we're going to be playing. If you want to be a sponsor, if you want to be a part of Doc and Queenie Guest Live, we seriously would love to have you. And we so appreciate the watch parties and the support. And Doc, it's all about you now. Take us home.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We so appreciate, like Queenie said, for your support and participation. And we'd love for you to spread the word and continue participating. We're having fun. We'd like you to have fun with us. So once again, you can reach Queenie at kathyweaverkc.com, and I am at revdoc7.com. And look for our YouTubes, and my podcast is on Anchor and Spotify and a whole bunch of others. And we look forward to talking with you, seeing you, interacting with you over the week. And we will see you. Hopefully we'll see some people on Thursday at our Bible trivia.
Absolutely. And every Monday at high
At high noon.
noon talk.
Take
Happy
care.
New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.